Good morning, everyone. How we doing? If you know what day of the week it is, say yay. If you actually know what day of the week it is, let me know. Woo! Space Week is on, chat. What is up, Puffy Man? Yeah. When it's cool, like this is just like t-shirt and puffy guy, like it's just comfy. It's just comfy. It's cozy. If I'm just lounging, this is what we're wearing. Time means nothing. Man, Man, it's cold. It's not that cold. It's like in the 40s. It's like average. Like it's fine. This is just comfy. It was either this or just like a hoodie. Like we weren't like, I mean, it's still like holiday-ish week. Yeah, we're in the in-between. 29 on your 4 a.m. walk. Nice. Good morning, everyone. Tiber Swimmer, 38 months of sub and wanted to give you a shout out. Olive Octopus, 30 months of sub and also a raid this morning. Hope you're doing well. Lisa, pay attention. You have a package coming of stickers that you ordered. And in it was my opportunity to send you a bunch of Ink Pony papers, a bunch of OG Tomoe River stuff, and things like that I've been stashing for you. So look for that soon. So you expect a bigger package than normal. I guess I dropped it off yesterday. So later this week. Accent. Those Patagonia Nano Puffs so nice. Yeah, it's just like you like wait, like since these things like never go out of style, you just wait till they're like half off, and then you just have one for like the next decade or more. It went from 80 to 40 like the weather. Yeah, that's pretty much what we got. Not all the way down to like sleet, but it was like in the 20s last night. 2 days ago, I think, was shorts and flip-flops, t-shirts and flip-flops. How was my holiday? It was great. It was really, really chill. Yeah, like honestly, it just went by pretty fast. It was really calm. Like it was good. Like yeah, I hope y'all had some great holidays. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you're ready for New Year's. We've already done like we're probably not doing anything for New Year's because the day after Christmas we do our friends' Christmas party. They always have a day after Christmas party. So probably like we can't do that after New Year's. I mean, can't do that and do a New Year's Eve type of thing. So yeah, it's just a real chill week. Probably not going to go too ham this week. Although I have a pretty normal week this week. Streaming today and tomorrow at 10. Taking Thursday off for New Year's. And then our podcast, Mike wanted to move it again till Friday this week. So Friday podcast this week. But I'm not too... the best ever death metal band out of Denton. Nice. So I didn't know Sinister Grackle was in that band. Are you Cyrus or Jeff? Happy New Year, everyone. Got a fabulous Galen leather iPad notebook cover. Oh, interesting. Super cool. Openside Morpheus is streaking, bringing in the streaks. We're going to have some New Year's streaking probably going in. Holiday was great. Hope everyone else had a good holiday. If you got any fun stationery stuff, let me know. What software do you use for stream? OBS. This is OBS. I've used Streamlabs in the past. Actually, if I do my shipping streams, I use Streamlabs. But OBS, 9 times out of 10. So yeah, hope everyone had a good holidays. Yeah, I'm really like low-key, just like kind of chilling. Pretty relaxed, not too stressed. Mr. Leach to you streaking. Inky Sockside, 12 months of sub, and let's go. Did I miss anyone? I think we got everyone here. Oh, nope, it was stuck. Stationary Teacher, 42 months. Can we get some 42 Prime? Can we get some 42 Prime emotes in the chat, please? Funky Town SD in Neon Pink and a Pilot S20. Nice. Nice. December's exam time, Miso. Yuck. Edison Comet and a Big Eye Click EDC. What kind of material is your comet? Because I think that's a cool shape. I'm more Loki than Loki. True. Streaking. Archeo streaking. We'll do a stream for the first time tomorrow. People don't have a party to attend. Nice, yeah. Stream is chill. Like, today, like, I've been meaning to work on my calendar planning for next year. One thing is going to be locked in today. Kaveco Lilliput, Ferris Wheel Inc., Leonardo Mosaico Mango. That's a cool. I've had that one before. I like that one, Tiber. It's really, really orange. I like it. Debating if I should get the Pilot Custom Note 12. It's discounted for less than 300. Yeah, if you can get like one of your custom nibs, it's a really great pen. Like if you get, they have all those nib options for that. So, yeah. Yeah. No stationery for me on Christmas, which is the norm. So, got a Montegrappa Paris and Bloom. Nice. Plum Twisby Eco, Van Diemen Maryland ink, and a solo bag. Yeah, you did good, Kristen. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I didn't ask for anything, so I usually don't get any. I would have to be, people know, like, if Brad asked for something very specific, they would be allowed to buy me stationery. Otherwise, that's about it. Stainless steel Lilliput's the best Lilliput. I think I have that one in ballpoint as well. I think that's my favorite ballpoint of the stainless steel. Tess is streaking. Oh no, look out. Had to go to a department store and got excited at a Mont Blanc box. It was perfume. That's funny. Got my first Leonardo and a couple of Kyoto tag inks. Oh, nice. I have some new Kyoto inks I need to try. Which Leonardo did you get? Yeah, Mont Blanc is way more than pens. I guess there were someone sent me a link on Mastodon, or not a link, but a question on Mastodon. Apparently, Mont Blanc was what's kind of like trending on Threads, I believe, which I'm not on. To where like people were like, "Hey, justify this." It was like a whole justification of the cost thing. It's like you don't justify the price of luxury items. That's not a thing. Pilot pen became a dedicated pen for Akibi. I think my Verdigris is probably the proper Akibi pen. Wife got a Benu Euphoria and a Sailor Pro for Junior Shiba Inu. Nice. Enjoyed the Enigma ink vent. Nice. Completely loved it. There might have been an ink from someone you know in there. Just saying. I don't know if that was your least favorite, maybe, or your most favorite. But somewhere around like day 12-ish, maybe. Maybe I know a guy. MB is a fashion brand? I don't think so. How would I classify them? It wouldn't be fashion for me. They're a culture brand? Maybe. I'm not sold on that either. Status brand's probably a good way to play it. Maybe that's kind of what I'm thinking about, culture. But there's also some elements of it, Mont Blanc, that I don't believe are like status, like the Lynx lifestyle brand. Are they that broad? I guess if you have perfume, you could be lifestyle brand. So I don't know. What's up, Blogwalda? I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah. I know. Not that we have to die. Another 42 months, or can we get some 42 Prime emotes in the chat? Thank you, Blogwalda. Hope you had a great Christmas. Hope everyone's doing well. Was surprised with 3 bottles of molten bronze for my son. Nice. Yeah. I've never seen MB clothes. Are there Mont Blanc clothes? I see like travel accessories, like, yeah, wallets, anything like leather, wallets, belts, pouches, bags. Never any like clothing, but I'm also not looking, so maybe I don't know. Thank you for those 42 Prime. Yeah, wallets, belts, carry goods like wallets. Oh, you literally just said that. I'm repeating myself. Yeah. Brian Anderson tells a great story about having to buy MB belts to be a dealer. Yeah, they used to have Dromgoals deals with this to have it like an in-store boutique. Mont Blanc boutique. You have certain like requirements to meet for sure. They don't do that for everyone. Happy birthday, Schmevel and Hex. Let's go. Nice. Memento Zero Grande 2.0 Crepuz. That's a name. All right, I'm going to look that up because I don't know what that looks like. Let's see what that looks like. It's crepuscular. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty sick. Let's see what that looks like. Fancy. That's really pretty. Super pretty. Super pretty. You think I like Day 9 Amarillo Blue Suntan the best? I mean, I understand that Eric's in the chat, but I'm also in the chat, and you're just going to, like, say that in front of me. Like, it'd be fine if it's the second best ink, but, like, you're just going to do me like that with Eric literally in the chat. Wow. Wow. It's aggressive. That's aggressive. Whoa. It's aggressive. Shots fired. You're also not wrong. What did I did in one of my recaps, I was talking about how I think I end up in liking blue suntan the most, and even though in the beginning I'm not sure that was my favorite out of that group. But yeah, that's really good. Really, really good. Orange Kicks is the best. Now that I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Ink recommendation for Novalure Hawaii. Let's see what that looks like. I think I know what that one looks like, but let me take a peek. I can't remember right off the top of my head. Yeah, okay, that's the one I thought it was. Whoa. Oh, new Decimat. Robert Oster Fire on Fire or Amarillo Orange Kicks or Amarillo Blue Suntan actually might be the choice. Now that we're talking about it. No cap. Look at that. That and that. That's better than orange. That and that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely, with a pen like this colorful, I'm going to stick with complimentary. Complimentary, that's hard to say. Bailey's with 7 months of sub, and hope you're doing well, Bailey's. Yeah, like I'm not going to put pink or green in this one as much as I like pink and green or purple. I'm going to stick complimentary in this, and like the blues, the lighter blues, the oranges. I mean, look. It actually makes me want to buy this pen because who says no? I think the other one, like if you get into this, then you're getting into like Blue Crab, which I like. But I think the tone of Blue Suntan is better maybe for that pen. Let's see. Bruh, didn't I review this? All right, you're going to make me go to the links, aren't you? I thought I tagged it appropriately. Maybe I didn't. What did I review this in? There it is. That's another one. So. I think Blue Suntan has a little bit more of the green. It's a little bit greener, which I think might work better with this pen. Oh, yeah, you got it in person? Yeah, that's the way to do it. I love that pen, and Blue Crab was one of my favorites of the year. I think it was my favorite of the year, probably. I might have even said that. So, I mean, that's a little bit not a great image, but I think I would still pick Blue Suntan, to be quite honest. Yeah. Happy New Year, my work here is done. We did it. We did it. Love it when a plan comes together. You know that Blue Suntan ink can get in the bin with the Spoke Model 8. Keep it up. Keep it up, Major Myth. You know, you're just trying to talk yourself into something that's not going to happen. You'll see the light one day, just like Blue Suntan. Inking a silver pen is harder than I thought. I have 2 silver pens inked up. One of them has like a magenta E pink, and one of them has blue black. I prefer like the magenta E pink and like the silver pens. I have my Lamy 2000 stainless and my Pilot Silvern, which reminds me, I planned on this week doing my video reviews. I gotta see if I can do that. Now I got to get all those things in my fountain pen companion database, right? Good morning, Rewizzles. Good morning, Mark. Yeah, but yes, when all things go with it, it is more difficult. I actually would have picked something brighter for the Silvern, but I wanted to do like a Roshizuku cartridge with it, the first fill. So I have Shinkai cartridges that I use for that. Otherwise, I probably would go with something different. Visiting Kimberly today? Nice. Nice. Clear acrylic display boxes for sneakers. I don't need that because I wear my sneakers. I don't display my sneakers. Just same as my pins. I don't need a display box for my pins because they're user grade. I wear my sneakers. I don't have one pair that I've never worn. Not one. It's annoying to clean the converter. Oh, yeah. The 70s. I'll still use the 70s and just know that I'm going to syringe clean it. But Pilots has so many cartridge varieties now that it's pretty good. So I think today we'll just chit chat. I'm going to start. I need to put the 2026 calendar, Pen Show calendar into my plotter for next year. I have one not confirmed trip that I'm going on that I need to lock in that I think is going to happen. My kid and husband are Gears of the Horse. Oh, nice. Do they have a picture of that yet, Mighty Mur? Glad Pilot has the best cartridges, nice and easy to fill. Yeah, and they're big enough too, so like they're good volume. They're expensive, like the Roshizuku. Like you're never gonna get a good deal on that. But Pilot's stock cartridges, I think I've probably used blue, black, and black more than any other cartridge. All other cartridges combined, I've probably used more Pilot blue, black. Not that I've seen Mistel and Year of the Rabbit. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I bet it'll probably, once the calendar turns, I bet in the first couple of weeks we'll see it. It'll be interesting to see. Keep all my Pilot start cartridges so I can refill them. Pilot's a good one for that because it's not too, I mean, it'll wear out eventually, but they have a good opening to help with refilling. Year of the Horse. I forget what I am. Maybe rat. Pig. I thought it was rat or pig. Metal pig. That's cooler than regular pig. I'm the metal pig, chat. When does metal pig come up again? What's the next metal pig? 31. Okay. 2031 metal pig time. Let's go. I'm kind of into that now that I know it's metal. Okay, fine. Fire horse. You win. I love the Rody Max because of the Pentel Energel refill. It's almost like we did that for a reason. Almost. Who would have thunk that? I'm a person who doesn't believe in astrology. I think that's irrelevant to being a metal pig. I mean, I don't have to believe in astrology to go, I'm a metal pig. That's kind of badass. Year of the Water Tiger, Fire Snake, Metal Horse. Energel Hater. Matcha is the year of the Energel Hater. that just kind of like rolled in like perfectly. Floating greater than Energel? I mean, we have ban buttons for a reason, Matcha. Like, seriously. Like, I mean, that's a take. That is a take. I won't do it. I won't do it. Metal Monkey. Okay, you might win. Metal Monkey is cooler than Metal Pig for sure. Definitely cooler. All right. So, um, pig. Yeah, it's me too, Miso. Um, so I want to. Oh, something unfortunate happened, chat, that I realized just today since we started the stream. I haven't streamed since last week. My desk mat I replaced because I needed to wash it. I wanted to take some pictures with it, and I was like, oh, let me wash it. Is the Clickstring Purple coming back in stock at Spoke? Yes. Early next year, probably. We're getting some more barrels. We used them for the lead stream, so we kind of like wiped our inventory of that. It will be back for sure. So yeah, I washed my desk mats. So I took this one out, took the one I've been using out to take some pictures for Monday's review of the Rytec dual click gel ink pens, which are exceedingly average, maybe below average. So go check out that review. Hat trick stream, nice. Purple Axle, yeah, it was in stock on Christmas Day. You must have missed it. I have a very high success converting people in my office from Energel to Flowtune. That says a lot about your office, and none of it's good. So I was like, oh, let me try my St. Jude relay desk mat. And it looks really good on the desk. I like how it looks on the desk. But when I put it down for the camera, it looks like this. And now all you see is Mike's head. And now I feel like this is unfortunate. I feel like this is an unfortunate accident that has happened here. So there's that, chat. So we're gonna have to deal with Mike until I get some of my other ones washed up. I think I might go to. So these are the big size desk mats that I've been using. I might try one of the smaller ones. Yeah, the desk mat looks good. I was wondering how I was gonna do on camera, and then I didn't realize that this was gonna happen. We should just do this. Some of this. Stab him a little bit. So one thing I needed to do real quick, we're not going to go through this whole bin. So I went through that gel ink, through the standard pen bin. This is more of the fine liners, markers, and that type of highlighters, that type of bin. And I want to find a smaller fine liner, like a 02, maybe an 01 tip to use for my calendar, since these are pretty small. Pretty small boxes to fill. So I wanted to look at that real quick. So we'll get into this in a second, but I want to go through some of these pens and see what I can find. There's a couple of things I haven't opened. I think this was the X-Acto knife recommendation that when we were having like those talks that people recommended. We still have some things in packages. I don't know. I should probably put that in like the giveaway stuff if it's still like still in a package. What is this one? Copic brush. Yeah, I think if you're in a package, you go in the giveaway bin. Olfa's good stuff. Yeah, so that's what ended up being like the recommendation. Also got a Graph Gear 300 05 and 03, so I can swap the mechanisms out in my Spoke 07 and 9. Nice. Good to have flexibility. But that's in a package, but I'm keeping this one. There's a brush in here. Maybe I should do inks with that. I didn't even know that was in here. That Gold Spot Post with pricing, what? Oh, let's look at that. I'm up for yelling. Where is that? Just use the friction 0.38. Do they have, do you have a link? Oh, thank you. Oh, it's on Instagram. That's why I didn't find it. Let's go. Save. Pilot Metropolitan. You can go pound sand. Oh, sorry. You can pound sand on that one. Platinum 3776. Platinum Procyon. Oh my God. When you see it come into play, this is horrible. Oh, there's more pages. Custom 823 is 520 MSRP, so that's going to be like $400. They're not this list is not the list in its entirety Slumberland Studio. If it's not listed, it's still getting hit probably. These are there's the if you read it, it says these are their most popular sellers that are getting hit. So there's probably plenty of others. This is ridiculous. It was already 480? No way. I must have been missing out on this. Yeah, if whoever was who was wanting the Pilot Custom 912, I mean, you don't do it because it's a price increase, but now's the time. Vanishing Point is one that I called out specifically when I did the top fives, that it's going to actually withstand the price increases. Well, it's less gold. Holy crap. This Procyon is asinine. I didn't like this pen to begin with at its price. Like, it's fine. All right, that's on the list for Friday. Wow. That's insane. This is, I mean, platinum again is what I said on the podcast, is that's the canary in the coal mine. So this makes the Explorer look 1,000 times better, which I already preferred the Explorer over the Metropolitan. That's just me. So go ahead. So these prices, these are the full MSRPs. Almost all of these prices will be 20% off these listed prices. Yeah, good pen, unreasonable price. Like, that's the take, right? So the selling price will be 20% less. So like the Vanishing Point will be closer to 200, right? Was that 48? Yeah, like 192. So the Vanishing Point's going to be like 192, which the Vanishing Point's going to be in a good spot. So take 20% off all these. What's that? 43, 86, 350-ish. 350-ish for a 3776. And only a year ago, it was under $200, and now it's 350. Miss me. Just straight up miss me. I didn't realize the 823 MSRP was 480 already. Platinum, man. Vanessa. The 3776 price is asinine. Anthony, 3776 was already overpriced. And here's someone saying, like, what we know. Like, yeah, companies need to stay in business. Yeah, but it doesn't. Yeah. So I've already written something up that I'm posting on Wednesday. So I've already written a little. I'm doing a post on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm doing a post where just a quick blog post of things I learned about my stationery usage in 2026 that I was written. Obviously before we saw this, but this is what we're going to see a lot of right here. I have enough. My buying of new fountain pen days are over. While I'm not saying that, I'm saying there's different reasons. Absolutely insane. So thank you, Rewizzles. I hadn't seen this yet. Oh, because it just came out. So yeah, what a mess. If you want a free fountain pen, I'm giving this one away on the blog this week. Do you think if the pens sell less, price will go down? So my statement on that, Miso, is we're going to see fountain pens be more like the fashion industry. Speaking of fashion, they'll be more like the fashion industry, where they'll put out the full price on launch. They'll have a staged discount 2 months into the product. And then 6 months into it, you're going to have a full blowout of the remaining. You're going to see a lot more discount management for product churn, I think, going forward, because the prices are stupid. I mean, steel is just not inherently not as expensive. Steel and plastic is just inherently not as expensive. Does the math work if you make a 40% price increase but you lose a lot of your sales? So I think the argument is that can they make up for it in the same percentage in the sub 100 pens? This is really what I'm focusing on next year, right? In the sub 100 pen category, $100 pen category, can they sell more TWSBI Ecos because no one's buying this other stuff, and have that volume make it up at a proper margin? No one ever puts the TWSBI Eco on sale, right? Because it's a $35 pen. Or I know some of them are more, right? Are more people going to flock to that? Or more people going to buy ink? Or more people going to spend smaller more frequently to make up for no one buying a 3776 anymore? So that's my thinking on this. Mighty Murr, 6 months of subbing, let's go. So yeah. All the new TWSBI releases seem to be 50. Yeah, because that's their way of doing something new, and that's the way they initiate those price increases without saying we increase the price. It's by not doing the basic TWSBI Eco and charging a higher percentage, right? Like that's, I mean, straight up, like we do some of that stuff with Spoke, right? Like our new Model Cs, we're not including a clip anymore, right? And we're charging the same amount. So TWSBI's saying, we made a black clip, $50, please. And people go, I like the black clip. I don't care that I just got $50 for a black clip instead of $35 for a silver clip. Right? So that's the way of having a price increase without having a chart on the internet saying, hey, 46% more this year. Right? So we'll see. Matcha, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I think we're going to start to see fashion retail pricing in these higher end gold pens now. Or like the mid-range. These are even mid-range gold pens. Yeah, tapped out at 50 for an Eco. Yeah, I don't need what's the gray one? Gray one was like 70, right? The one that came out over the holidays, which is really interesting timing. So yeah, next year is going to be super interesting. We're going to be talking about this a lot. This will be a recurring theme over the next year because the cost became so extravagant this year, at the end of this year, or starting this year. What will become the Burlington for pens? I mean, the retailers will already manage that in different ways. They're not going to, I don't know that they're going to have to liquidate. They'll just have there's going to be a different focus on some of their websites to like push over in the discount pages. Yeah, we need a too damn high meme. The other thing they will do is continually issue special limited editions. Yeah, that's kind of bit Sailor though, right? Because Sailor did not manage that well. But I mean, you're not wrong. This is the same theory as raising the price without having to do a press release for price increases is the special edition stuff, right? At some point, do you think they will come back down? Absolutely not. Unfortunately, that's not how the world works. Unless you're Brian Gray of Edison, who is a real live human being and a small business owner who understands that you can actually, if things go down, I can actually charge less. But these companies, publicly traded companies like Platinum and Pilot and Sailor, not Platinum, that price is not coming down. No chance. That's why you're seeing them make a $100 fountain pen with a steel nib, trying to mitigate the loss in the higher end. We'll have to see if it works. I have no idea. Who knows? Yeah, but you'll still see a lot of special limited editions because they can do a premium on that. The problem with that is the base price, like on a 3776, is so high. Their limited editions are gonna have to be $600, and then that just defeats the purpose. Their limited editions aren't $50 more for a 3776 limited edition. They're $100 to $200 more. At this point, I'd rather stick with maker pins. Yeah, their prices will increase too, but it'll be at a smaller like ratio. Like steel nibs, the prices have gone up for all of us, right? Like we all use like Brian Gray is the U.S. distributor for Yovo, and all those have gone up. I gotta order nibs for Spoke. Boss Baker Chris, 5 gifted subs. Let's go. Thank you, Boss Baker Chris. Did you get anything orange for Christmas? I'm curious. Thank you so much. If you got a gifted sub from Boss Baker Chris, tell him thanks. Twitch gives you a button. You just say thanks. And then check out your emotes. Thank you so much, Boss Baker Chris. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing great. Sailor needs to lean into the Tuzu nib more than that Bungu Box nib, I think. That's my stance on it. Sometimes steel nibs are better than gold. I mean, that's not a hot take in this stream. I'll tell you that all day long. All day long. That's always been the case for me. I mean, not exclusively, but like nib material has never prevented me from buying a pen. Put it that way. Opus 88 Demo Blue Whale 1.5. Nice. Disagree only because the new steel nib has that vaunted Sailor feedback. Yeah. But I mean, that was a $200 pen, right? They need to do something else. Vintage Rotring Rivet with an OB nib. Nice. Pricing of nib materials held me back. Yeah. Are steel and gold the only nib materials? Titanium, and then whatever concoction Ben Walsh is making. Ben was on fire on Instagram over the weekend, with a nib materials post. So people are always dabbling, but it's really gold, steel, and titanium are 99% of the nibs. Papawio, nice. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to that. Is titanium cheaper than steel? It's more expensive than steel and much cheaper than gold. Hooligan uses a different alloy? Yeah. But I don't know that that's but Hooligan's material is extremely expensive. I think he says that. I never remember the name. I remember when I was writing my review, titanium's more than steel and less than gold. All right, let me see if I can find this nib. Here we go. Continuum, which is an alloy of palladium and sterling silver. So it's expensive. Like he says straight up, it's an expensive material, but like he's making expensive pens, so it works for that. But it's called Continuum. Oh, it's a TV show also. Nice. So yeah, I mean, we'll continue to see people playing with different materials. Let me just say that any material that people figure out is better for fountain pens is still going to be more expensive than steel. Maybe it's less than gold, but it's not going to be cheap, right? Or else it would have already been done. Finally bid on the Bungbox PGS Mini Witch. Nice. Continuum is a great show. I still haven't watched the one I'm supposed to watch on Apple TV. Pluribus? Is that the name of it? Acura Integra? What? I had an Acura Integra. I was an Integra guy. God, my early days, I went Honda Accord, Toyota Supra, Acura Integra, Toyota Camry, and then had kids and got a Tahoe. You still have your Integra? Did yours have the flip-up lights? Mine had the flip-up lights. It was sick. I love that. That car was awesome. Vintage gold nibs will grow in popularity due to your lower cost. That's another good side effect of all this. Like the vintage stuff is looking pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, my Integra was like a 91. 91. Yeah. Vintage stuff's looking pretty good right now. Turbo Super, no. I never had any fancy. Any of those, none of those were any of the fancy models. My wife had a Prelude that was pretty sick though. When I met my wife, I was driving my Integra and she had a Prelude. And her Prelude was a little bit fancy. I can't remember what it was. It had something like above like the stock, whatever. I don't think it was Type SA. I really don't remember. That was also like in the early 90s. I just can't remember. It was not 4-wheel. That's for sure. The new Prelude looks sick. You finally made it. Oh, you've missed a lot already, Jacqueline. Hope you had a good holidays. I was reading some random F1 article talking about a lot of the drivers, what's their personal car, like when they're at home, what's their personal car. And there's apparently a Civic that, like a Civic RT or something like that a bunch of them have. It's like a $45,000 Civic. That Civic Type R. Okay. Like all of the, I was like, what the hell are they? They kept saying it over and over again. I'm like, what the hell is this car? And I went and looked. I was like, that's kind of sick. Isuzu Impulse, nice. Yeah, I had never heard of that stretch, and it must have been 5 or 6 of them that said that before I went and looked it up. I was like, what are y'all talking about? They stopped making that NSX, I think, right? That was one of the popular ones too, but I think they stopped making that. John Cena drives a Civic Type R. Is the Civic Type R available in the US, or is it like an import type of deal? I'm not a car person, so I don't really know all these things. First was a Ford Pinto. What color? I feel like you've left something out there. You think it's available in the US? Doesn't Max drive an NSX? I mean, I think a lot of them own an NSX. I think they stopped making the NSX, but only like a few years ago. I think is what I was reading. Original Type R was an Acura, not available in the US. Gotcha. White Pinto. Damn. All right. Yeah, I feel like with Pinto, you got to say what color it is. First, really, my car was a Mazda 323. We had a Mazda 323, yeah. At some point, my parents. Orange AMC Gremlin? Heck yeah. Live it up. Thank you for the follow. What's the worst car you've ever driven? I mean, like back in the 70s, my parents had some janky cars. We had an orange Monte Carlo. We had a brown Monza. And we had a van that looked like, probably like an unfortunate van style. So anything in that list, that would be it. Yeah, then we had a Chevy Celebrity, which was like their K car model. Your mom had a Monte Carlo? Yeah. I remember it was orange with a white vinyl top. I mean, like, what the heck? What the heck? My parents used to have a van. Well, we were a van family. I think that explains this. Back in the 70s and early 80s, if you were a van family, that explained a lot. All right, we should do some pin stuff. But this is fun. We can keep this talk up. But what I want to do real quick is find a pin that I'm going to use today for this. You see those electric Volkswagen vans? I have only pictures. I think Derek and Lisa, I think they sent me a picture from someone up in like at the Nashville Pin Club or the Tennessee Pin Club had one of those. They sent me a picture of it at their meetup or something like that. We were a station wagon family. See, now I would buy a dad wagon today. I would be into the dad wagon thing. I actually kind of my next car, which will probably be in like 10 years. I want to get a station wagon. All right, I'm trying to find some small tip fine liners that I want to use. So I just need to grab whatever's in this bin. Yeah, I would like one of those Volvo wagons. Like I'm like no cap, like for sure. What is this? Arkansas Pen Club, gotcha. Pentel sign pen. Interesting. I've never seen this barrel. It's a really weird barrel for the sign pen, don't you think? Now I have too much on the desk. It's a little bit smaller. All right, this is the only thing when I went to Wimbledon 6 years ago, or whenever that was. This is the only thing I could afford at the gift shop. T-shirts were like $80 or something stupid. I was like, well, I'm gonna buy something. How about a marker? What is this one? 01. Okay, there's a contender. The Deleter Neo Pico. This is the overpriced Kuretake Zig Mangaka. This is the same pen, but this one's like twice as much. Chevy station wagon. Yeah, a lot of my friends I remember had like the Chevy station wagons. So again, this is all like my marker box, and I'm trying to find like 01 and 02 markers to use for my calendar. Have one souvenir from Paris, a receipt for €1 to use the toilet underneath the Eiffel Tower. That's 100% something I would keep. Without question. Deleter's CuteCast mascot is at least a 30% price increase. Yeah. I think they're popular for a lot of the manga artists, right? That brand, because they do a lot of other like art supplies, not just the pens. So they do a lot of art supplies for that type of art, for that style. God, I really don't have as much as I thought here. We've been driving a 2004 Volvo V40 wagon for 11 years now. Yeah, I'm kind of be into that. Like that's my vibe. Lots of emotes. These have a great tip, but I'm not gonna be using them today for this. I don't think. I want it just like a black. I don't think I have black and emote black. Yeah, there's really not. I have less than I thought. I've pulled out one pen so far. What is this? Oh, this is another. What I don't remember these. This is the second Pentel sign pen that's made me stop. I do not remember this barrel at all, but I like it. I have no clue where these came from. And sorry, like the focus isn't working because I have 8,000 things on the desk. I'll have to show them to you down here. Interesting. It's an 03 pen. Up the f-stop, up yours. I mean, I'm not going to do it because I don't normally have 5,000 pins on here all day long. 05. 05. No. It's an 01 Tombow Mono. Okay. 05. 01 but purple. I don't want that. I want black. Ugh. Man. This pen sucks. Why do I even have this? Price my 05 and 08 Micron local shop only have blue barrels. Yeah, that's a different model. With the gold trim. They call it something different. Don't ever buy this pen, chat. Can't see it. You can't see it, which is good because it sucks. And it's like $14. Wow. All right, that's it. And I found 2 pins that were 01, that were 02 or smaller. Both of them 01s. All right, let me double check a couple while I go through this. I'll put everything back. So again, this is all like the marker, highlighter, brush pens, all that stuff. 05, 05. Why do I have so many 05s? I don't even like that size. That must have been something I was attempting and just didn't work. I can almost tell you the winner. If these are the only 2, I'm probably going to pick the deleter because it has a very firm tip. And with those 01 tips, like, you don't want to destroy them. What is this? 03. 03 is my norm. My favorite non-fountain pens are 0.18 ballpoint. Nice. I was thinking about using, this was my other choice, which has the Jetstream SXR, the Jetstream Lamy M17 extra fine refill, but I think I want to use one of these. I can't believe I don't have more 02s and 01s. There's an 01, but it's purple. I don't want that. I myself am shocked at myself. It's a brush. 05, 05, 01, but purple. Let's at least look at it. 1.5. That's not happening. 05, 02, 03. All right. Well, crap. I thought I had more options than that. Guess not. I am at least going to put these in the giveaway stash. Let me test these pins out, these couple of pins out real quick, and then we'll do a giveaway. That was less useful than I anticipated. I don't need an 003. That's a fact. So y'all do this too, right? When you're getting ready to like do your calendar or your planning or your journaling, you do a full pen test before even considering doing anything, right? This is normal. This is what normal people do. No isography or Marsmatic 01. I don't even know what those. Oh my god. I don't know. 01 might not be the answer. That seems. I don't know. Maybe for the calendar, it's good. It's come for the time for me to purchase tires. Yeah, my son needs tires early next year. Actually, that line's not bad. I just don't want purple. So let's try. This should be the same, but in black. I already know this is going to be the winner. Because it's firm enough. I don't recall. I don't think I've ever reviewed this one. Bought tires over Thanksgiving. Rip, yeah. Tombow Mono Drawing Pen 01. I don't recall this one really. Yeah, see, that just feels... So this is the exact same line as here. Allegedly, 01. And it's twice as wide. That's why I like the Kuretake for its firmness. This Tombow is an 01, and you can see it's much wider. Like, immediately. I don't like the grip on this one either. And then... Currently getting new tires, rip. And then this is the Lamy M17. So this is actually a good choice size-wise. I just think I would prefer the fine liner for this. All right. Yeah, I've answered my own question. The answer came about pretty quickly. The options just weren't that great. perfectly honest. All right. Deleter Neo Pico. Don't buy this pen, chat. Don't buy this pen because it's twice as much as this pen. Just buy the Kuretake Zig Mangaka. This is insanely overpriced. I bought it for a review because I found out it's the exact same pen. Because what I like is the grip section. So I don't know who's making these pens for them, but I like them. So, all right, we're going to use this. All right, let's do a giveaway now that we've decided. Deleter, yeah. That was a good one. All right, you can stay today, Matcha. You redeemed yourself. You were going on it. You were having a real downhill battle today, but you've redeemed yourself. Okay, let's do a giveaway. Ooh. All right, let's do this. Sinister Grackle with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Sinister Grackle. You rock. I appreciate that. Ugh. If you got a gifted sub from Sinister Grackle, tell them thanks because they rule. And check out your emotes. Speaking of emotes, Toby's not here. I think it's because both my kids are at home. Orestes, 11 months of subbing. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, Toby's just chilling. He's a little bit cool this morning, cool and cozy. So he's all bundled up, staying warm. Ivan Neo, 100 biddies. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Since I've been a big tote boy, ever since I got my Doan paper tote, let's give away this one that Kimberly picked up for me from Leonardo. I think I've given away one of these, but this is like a legit tote that you might want to use for like pen shows and stuff. It's big, like a canvas Leonardo tote. It's pretty sizable. It's got flat bottom. So this is the Leonardo pens. Kimberly got these for me to give away from Leonardo. So really cool, really kind of a neat thing. And I'm such a tote boy. Oh yeah, zipper top. That's a good call out there, Ivan. That's kind of important too for safety. It's not like a mandatory thing for me, but like at a pen show, I think that's like actually pretty good. So these are nice. I gave one away a couple months ago, and this was the second one. 15 liter. That's a 15 liter tote is pretty large because it's just an open container, right? So 15 liter, that's pretty sizable. Have you shipped out last week's giveaways? Yes, I dropped them Monday. Yours was in there. Yep, dropped them off yesterday. So I might have to do some shipping today. I'll look. So yeah, zipper totes are the best tote to carry dog stuff around. Yeah, 15 liters is sizable for a tote, for sure. Like, you're definitely getting into backpack size. Okay. Oh, I need to move this so I can get my keyboard back. Brad, have you mailed my annual free spoke pen yet? What is in the matcha this morning? What is actually in the matcha? I appreciate the fieriness this morning. All right. Exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter, anyone can win. You have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win. And you must email me your shipping address, and I'll send you this 15-liter Leonardo tote. And then after this, we're gonna get into the calendar. One thing we can look at real quick while y'all are magoting. This is my zine from the Take Note podcast. So they just kind of gather some of their notes, publish it in a zine. But this year, check this out. I got postcards, which excites me more than anything. So there are some postcards included in them this year. So those will go into the stash. So I need to give them a shout out later for this. Pretty sick. I love it. I think this one's my favorite. It was a UNICEF benefit card. I want you to ship to me without my address. If you're in Antarctica, I can do that. Susanna. I don't know what this is. Old Susanna 1950, like an old movie poster type of distributed company pictures. And this Arcadia, Oklahoma artwork. Route 66 scenes. This is so cool. Sketched in 1988. I like just anything that has detail like this. I'm way into. Oh wow, there's more. All right, that's sick. This would be a good postcard for the Deleter 01. So, thank you, Adam and Ted. So yeah, they just do lots of fun stuff. Recommended books, favorite short stories. So basically, they'll take these commonplace. So a lot of times they'll publish, like they read on the podcast, like the things that they've written in their notebooks, quotes and things, and then collect them, and then just put a bunch of them into a notebook. Into a zine. Like that's it. Like it's really cool. Like random statements, knock out mice, or you can get a quote. It's never inspiration that drives you to tell a story, but rather a combination of anger and clarity. I like that. So yeah, very cool. So yeah, they just collect this and then print it out and ship it to their Patreon members. Song lyrics, quotes, all kinds of things. Music, heavy rotation music. So yeah, I love this stuff. So yeah. All right, that was that. It feels like Antarctica today. That's crazy. It's cool here, but it's not like that cold. Oh, I think my undercovering Brad being a plant for Unilami has disqualified me. Am I though? We'll see. 2026, new stories to be told in the conspiracy of Brad's official employment. Who pays the bills around here? Did you notice, Matcha? I didn't mention any price increases for Uniball or Lamy. Coincidence? I think not. How many other companies can we make look bad? What are we winning? This Totes Magoats. This Leonardo tote. Big tote. Big tote. 15-liter tote, zip top, all kinds of fun stuff. How am I always late? I don't know. Are you off this week? New desk mat? Yeah, it's got too much mic in it. This one's not going to last long because it actually drives me crazy. Because of the darkness on it. For all the pattern and pastel stuff I use, this one being dark is actually throwing me off more than anything because I can see every little spot on here. Yeah, I like it as a desk mat, not on this desk. So I have so you're probably not going to see this after this week. I'm going to change it out. Oh, that reminds me I have laundry that I'm supposed to be doing. So yes, Waffle Up. That's like Kendrick Lamar's new song, I think, is Waffle Up. I think it's appropriate for this stream. You should get one of those desk mats I made. True. Yeah, that looked pretty sick. Like when you do the pictures of it. But that would definitely not work on here because I have a couple like the splatter. I have that Enigma stationary swirl one. So yeah. You bet it shows color better? I know that's the only reason why it stayed so far. I think it might provide a good contrast. So you should try to do anything on the one that's just Mike and Steven's heads. Yeah. You could grayscale it for me. I don't know. I kind of like the meaning of why it's the colors that it is. I mean, it's a pretty cool Desmat. I'm not going to lie. I'm familiar with your Desmat game. It's good. All right, y'all have 1 minute. 1 minute left to the large Tote-tacular tote. So yeah, personally, I would love the Desmat. Would I use it on camera? I don't know. The same with this one. Like, I love this Desmat, but I don't know that it's the best Desmat for my situation. What about a Pentatic Desmat? That is that hasn't been on my list, but now I think it should be. Speaking of lists, like I have my whole, like that's gonna go when I audit my last year's random notes and put them in and see what I need to keep. That needs to go. It's probably in here somewhere, but I need to rework those. Maybe we work something out. Has that all worked for you in the past? Make the Desmat with the Waffle House PA logo. Maybe, Tiber, if I do the ink that I want to do, maybe we do a Desmat too. 2 out of 4? Hey, wouldn't you want to bat 500? Like, that's a Hall of Fame. That's a Hall of Fame batting average glyph. Yeah, 50% of the time it works every time. I mean, basically you just said I'm a Hall of Famer. That's what I heard. So, yeah, and just a background of waffles, yeah. Chat. Desmat, but it's just the Waffle House menu. That I could actually probably get in trouble on, but that is a sick idea. Just because it's designed like a desk mat. It's literally a placemat, but the menu. So yes, that is the perfect. Friend pointed out that he bats 300 for jokes, and we all just look at him like, yeah. About that. All right, let's giveaways closed. Last call, waffle, exclamation point waffle. Before I go click the button, this is your last call. And then we will do this. Oh, look at, see, this also bothers me. Just Mike pops up randomly, and I'm never gonna not be able to comment that. Parody the menu. Now that would work. Like All-Star Special would be, I have to do like, we do like a pen and ink combination, right? Pen, ink, paper, all that, like All-Star Special. Yeah. Get your ink shimmered sheen sent. Yeah. Now that would work. Maybe we'll play around with that one day. We'll get the menu out and see what we can do. Yeah, but this is the other reason why this Desmat is not gonna be great long term. Lamy All-Star Special. Oh my god. Okay. Y'all have come with the ideas today. I like it. All right, let's pick a winner. I mean, I don't know why I'd want to do it on this page, but let's go to another page. Brill Council, you win. Brill Council, you are the winner. Let's go. Whoa. All right, email. Oh, wait. You got to pick a. Speaking of breakfast foods, pick a breakfast. I know. So what breakfast buddy would you like? Eggs? Nice. That will be a popular choice. All right. Email me hello@pentatic.com with your shipping address. There is a chance I will ship it today if you email me soonish. If not, it'll be no later than tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to be shipping before New Year's Day holiday, so either today or tomorrow. But I wasn't planning on shipping today, but I have to run by the post office run nearby the post office this afternoon. I was like, maybe I just do it, and then we move on and go somewhere else. No Waffle House in Canada. I mean, Tim Hortons probably has like some kind of like contractual legality, right? Okay, let me put this. Oh, this is hilarious. Tote Inception. So I put this in my tote to carry out to the shipping department. Tim Hortons is garbage. I'll sign for that. So there's my tote that I use. Maybe I'll buy another one of those later this year to give away. I love mine. Never been to Waffle House or Buc-ee's? I've never been to Buc-ee's. I think they're building one like 5 miles from me. Maybe. There's one about 25 miles from me right now. I think they're building, like, they're just doing too much. What's your tote again? It's the Doan Paper collab. Buc-ee's is Wawa on steroids. I've been to Wawa when I go to Philly. I think there's one within walking distance of the hotel. Oh yeah, I did put that on here. I always forget the name of the collaborator. Farther Bag Co. out of Memphis. And then I'll get you the official link. Oh man, you can get a 15% off. So that. Chad also sent me something cool. Don't ask him for this, chat. I don't know. He didn't say I couldn't show this on screen. I've never seen this before. Does he have it listed? All right, this is not listed. So don't tell Chad I showed you this. It's a metal sign of a notebook. Right? How sick is that? Chad sent me that for it's unbelievably cool. Any rickshaw collabs with PA in 2026? Nothing on the books. Nothing we've discussed. So maybe one of these years, Brasstown. Who knows? Who actually knows? Great for magnets. That's a good call. Same with my pencil box. My U.S. General pencil box. Where did I put that? I don't know. It's somewhere. All right. It has to go on the wall behind you, right? Oh, like right there? I don't know. Maybe when I rearrange this desk, that I've been saying I'm going to do for 3 years, I'll do it. Saw a knockoff Brasstown on a Chinese website. Really? If you ever find that link, send it to me. Because that's one thing we've never been like mass markedly knocked off. But I'm sure like it would happen. But yeah, we've been lucky in that aspect. But there was the product we co-opted to make our design was Nomadic, which is a Japanese brand. They had a rollout pin case. So there was something like this that existed before. And then we decided to make it when you couldn't get it. They only made it for a short amount of time. Nomadic PE09. I can't remember the exact number. Nope. PE07. Nope. Nope. Here it is. So this was the inspiration. I thought it had a number tied to it. So that was the inspiration for the Brasstown. So they had this. I'd never seen anything like this at the time. They had like, this looks very familiar, right? But this part here was such a poor design decision, because this is the first part you roll in, and then you just start bulking up your case with weird crap that doesn't really work for the other stuff you have in here, right? So we lengthened this a little bit and gave a buffer in the strap to tuck over the first pin once you start rolling. The whole concept was the clips never touch. If you roll it properly, like if you come over the first clip, the clips would never touch. And this just doesn't allow for that with this type of design, if you put stuff in here. Sometimes Brad is just holding still in a stream. I think Twitch crashed. PDO4. It's funny I didn't put that in this in here. But yeah, that was one of the names. So you can see how it, so you can see this is the reason for the Brasstown existing, is because this was so fun and unique, except not as good as it could be. Right? Because all of this stuff just goes in the burrito, right? You don't need this because it fits in the burrito. When you roll it up, you have so much room, and this just ruins the roll. All right, y'all got me off my rocker now. You got me design. Yeah, PDO4. Thank you. That was it. That was it. Khaki. PDO4. And then they just immediately discontinued it, like right after this. They never made this again. But yeah. Theirs was complex. Theirs was more complex, and that actually ruined the overall concept of it for me, right? We actually simplified it, and I think made it a better design. A more common sense design. Bulking up with weird crap. Yeah, for sure. Okay. We might actually never get to the dang calendar. All right, that was a fun look back. This should be like that should be like my home screen. That's really cool. Memories. It also has Velcro, which that was not allowed at Knock. Two things weren't allowed at Knock: Velcro and the Violent Femmes on the stereo. Those are the only two things not allowed. Velcro and the Violent Femmes. Those were the Jeff's, like, the only things that triggered Jeff were Velcro and the Violent Femmes. Oh my God. All right. Let me get this calendar into the into La Plata here. Did you get a chance to listen to Geese yet? No, but like that is got to be on the list. Actually, that actually might be a this afternoon thing. But it's funny that you said that, because it was like everything that gets recommended to me, like that one seems to be like a pretty recurring theme. Show planning, yep. All right, I will tell you, I'm gonna start early. I'm gonna start the calendar early. And we'll flip around, like, you know, I don't know that it really benefits you to like see me writing this. I'm just going to be writing the days and dates in the monthly section of the 2026 calendar. So I'll probably leave it on here for now, but we'll see. I might flip back and forth. The one show that I'm going to commit to today is Where are you? Where are you? Stationery Fest, Yoseka. Because I know a guy from London that's going to be joining me. So I will be working on my bookings for that in the coming weeks. Probably once the calendar rolls around to January, I'll start booking hotels. And I don't know if I'm going to stay in the same place I stayed last time. It was a good location, but I got to talk to Mike about that. So Mike and I are going to go to Stationery Fest. That is our plan. After that, this is why I'm making the list. So let me do this. Let me get going on this. So we have Philly. So this is why I want to use like the smaller pen. You can just come in here, pop them down on the days, and good to go. So I'm gonna put most of the U.S. shows in here, or all of the U.S. shows in here. I guess technically, I don't know what I'm gonna do of the international shows here yet. So yeah, that is so soon. So I do this not because I consistently reference this, but I need a spacing visual for where things lie against each other. So I can look at a list like this page all day long, but until I see the visual representation of space between shows, I can't really just like figure it out. San Francisco Pen Show, if you can. What if I did that instead? What if instead of the San Francisco Pen Show, I did this? It is more likely that I would do this than the San Francisco Pen Show. While Eric's going, okay. It is more likely, like this needs to be looked at quickly. Like this might already be like, who knows? Who knows? So let me get to writing. Little Craft Fest. So there's a tier list where San Francisco Stationery Fest and Little Craft Fest, Chicago, St. Louis, all are in the kind of like the upper tier. SF Pen Show, DC, and Stationery Fest are just 3 things too big to be in 1 month. Facts. So if I go to Yoseka, I'm not going to either of the other ones. Where last time I went to Yoseka and SF, and I just got back from London. That was London, Brooklyn, San Francisco in 5 weeks. It was fine and it was amazing, but like I can choose not to do that. All right. February is California, 19th through 22nd. Why does California Pen Show start on a Thursday? So much pop-ups. Schedule Thursday, informal day of exchange, trade, and casual. Okay, VI pass, whatever. I'll put it down. I guess it's technically on. Plus, California is a long word that can fit in here. German Pen Fest, London Spring Show. I'm going to skip the international for now. Then we'll see. Where's this list? I'm sorry. This is on the well-appointed desk. Apologies. Anna does a good job of collecting all this info. California, Milan, London. Okay, then Baltimore. Okay, Manila, Arkansas. That is 22nd. I haven't been to Arkansas in a while. Probably not this year, but who knows? Is that the same weekend as the San Francisco thing? So the San Francisco stuff is on a different list. So let me get that date, but because I know it's March. 27th to 29th. Okay. Wait. Oh, come back. SF Stationery Fest. That's the next week. Wow, that's 3 days, huh? Has anyone looked at this? So, Eric, you've looked at this? I don't know if you're listening. Do they have... I mean, I could click and look, but I want to keep going. Do they have like a class like lineup? Like that seems like a long show. That seems like a long show. So I'd have to go look and see like do they have a class lineup and other stuff like that. Are there other events besides just the show? Because like San Francisco Pen Show, I need 3 days. Right? San Francisco Stationery Show, if there's other stuff to do, yeah. Do you have to convince you to come to a TGS mini event to see you at all next year? Maybe. Oh, the Atlanta Pen Show's literally the same dates? For real? I thought it was the following weekend. Rip. Son of a biscuits. Sir Cobalt! 24 months of sub, and speaking of San Francisco. Interesting. I did not realize that. I thought it was the... Okay, thank you, GHP. I'll take a look later. But yeah, it wouldn't take a lot of convincing to go to Nashville because I can drive. Interesting. Why did I think it was the next weekend? Okay. Atlanta Pen Show, 27th to 29th. Damn. Okay, well, I need to rethink this. Apple Tater with the 22 months of subbing. Let's go. Thank you, Apple Tater. You should do the shuttle from ATL to Nashville. That sounds horrible. There would be other people there. Chicago, April 30th to May 3rd. There likely to be one in Jan and probably more later in the year. Okay, so April. That actually sucks for Atlanta. I mean, just the spacing. April is now almost wide open, so that's Houston. That is April 24 to 26th. That's a little craft fest. And then Chicago is right after that, yes. April 30th to May 3rd. Okay. Chicago Stationery Fest sold out. Yeah, they announced that on Instagram. Fancy Buffs with your own outlets and Wi-Fi, so I could just throw on my headphones and chill. It's not a terrible idea. Okay, Chicago, Montreal. That's only one day. Dutch Pen Show. I'm gonna write it down. I'm not gonna write it down, but I already know that's out. Because where's my vacation? I need to put my vacation in here. Did you see the Dallas Pen Show announcement of IG of going to 4 days? I did not see that. Toby, glad you could join us. Hey, buddy. You been good? We've been going almost an hour and a half without you. But thank you for coming to assist. You need a haircut. Excuse me. Toby has on his sweater today because my daughter always puts it on him when it's cold. And it's super cute. I don't know that he likes it. But it makes his chest hairs pop out, which I think is hilarious. All right, where's my vacation? That is something important that I need on here. 26th. May. 26th. Gonna plan for the DC show this year. I had a good time at DC last year. It was so crowded, but I legit, that was probably one of the better DC shows I've been to, and I didn't even stay at the show hotel. It ended up working out fine. Okay, so May. Let me get back to this. Dutch Pen Show, Triangle Pen Show. You know what? I am gonna write Dutch Pen Show. It is the next week, but we'll see. You never know. Just FYI, follow up. This pen was the perfect selection. Nailed it. Is DC where you left those loose inks? Nope, Philly. So if you're in Philly and you go to the Lost and Found, there should be like 4 inks there for you. Hoping to pull off DC and SF this year. I think when I was working, like when I was doing knock, you just do it. Like you just go for it. All right, Triangle. Do they have the dates? They have 2026, June 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oh, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So this is also Triangle Pen Show. So same weekend as Dutch Pen Show. Triangle Pen Show I've driven to before. That's a little bit. It's 8 hours. That's a little bit on the edge, but it's okay. Check Lost and Found in Philly. Yeah. So when I called them, you have to actually go fill out some stupid app, and then you put your stuff in the app, and then they go check. Triangle is Raleigh. Sorry, Raleigh, North Carolina. 2026 is not confirmed for what? Birmingham, St. Louis. Are we in June 25th to 28th? St. Louis is... What's with these 4-day shows, man? Ain't nobody need. Triangle's not confirmed. Triangle is. I mean, they have the dates on their website. That's Triangle. Where's Chicago? I mean, The dates are on the site, so. Planning on Chicago, but now looking at Brooklyn Stationery Fest. Yeah. Saint Louis. All right. Portland, July 10th through 12th. Pacific Northwest. Miami. Wait. Oh, that's just out of order. What it says is 26 dates and listed 2025 date. Okay. Interesting. I don't know. It matched up on my calendar. According to my 2026 calendar, the dates were correct for both of them. I think. I have to go back and look. The dates match up on my calendar. April 30th to May 3rd is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Chicago. All right. Where are we? Miami. Birthday weekend. Birthday trip to Miami. Who says no? Miami. Where'd you go? 21st, 22nd. Ooh, Friday, Saturday. I like that. All right, Miami, DC, 6th through 9th. Super Show, only in all caps. Can I drive to Miami? That's probably a little bit too far. I mean, yes, it's 10 hours. If I did that, I would do like drive to Miami, then drive back maybe like through Orlando and maybe have a Orlando Pen Club meeting. That would be fun. San Francisco. Did I not write down Yoseka Stationery Fest? That's bothersome. Stationery Fest, the 30th through the 1st. Seeing as that's the one I need to go ahead and book. All right, and then San Fran. I guess all these shows go ahead and put down Thursday because that's when most everyone flies in because they got to be ready to go first thing Friday morning, right? So might as well have like a get togethery type of thing. Orlando, 10th through the 13th. Orlando expanded this year, right? first year Sunday. I don't know that that's necessary, but I hope it works. Commonwealth Dallas. Now we're probably getting into some dates we don't know. Dallas, TBA, Detroit. I'm never going to the Detroit Pen Show, probably. I'm not going to say never, but I don't need to write that down. Well, we need it for spacing. Detroit Pen Show. Does anyone go to the Detroit Pen Show? Empire State TBD. All right, that is not updated. Where was Colorado? October 9th through 11th. Colorado's up in that top tier list too. But if I am going to Japan, that ain't happening. Madrid, Melbourne. Oh, Melbourne would be sick. Scriptus, Ohio. Okay, everything else is TBA. Tips we have. November 21 to 23. Colorado rules. That's Colorado. If I ever get to St. Louis, Colorado is going to be the new St. Louis. Where I keep saying I want to go, but the timing never works out. Tips. Closest to me is Dallas. Yeah, Dallas is worth a few hour drive to go to. Dallas is a good show. So I'm thinking I'm not shipping today. I just had a realization. Sorry, I was thinking about other things. Yeah, few like that would be worth the effort for Dallas. I do believe in that. All right, so everything else is TBD. And then we have a couple of the stationary fests I need to put down. Chicago is already sold out. I'm not going to that. San Fran, Little Craft Fest, Pen Paper Palooza pop-up, Florida Stationary Fest. We need to write that one down. That is May. May. Oh, that's when I'm on vacation. Did you get my text?
Yeah, what do you want?
Sorry. I just realized, yeah, I'm not shipping today. Florida Stationary Fest, 29th, 31st. Maybe, something to think about. Florida Stationary Fest. Okay. I think I have the... You went to too many stationary events. I need to tone it down? Never. All right. I think I have what I need in the calendar. Anything I missed while I was doing this? Anything y'all said in chat that I need to think about? Like this was more of my just like, hey, let's start planning these things. Yoseka, I'm gonna go ahead and book or start to book. I need to look at tickets and all that crap. I might have to be one of those people this year where I do the set my alarm to get into like a class. Like if Superior Labor comes, I need to do that. Has anyone had any luck rehydrating ink? I have 3 unopened bottles of some Delta inks that have some evaporation. So that's one of those things where you just try, right? If you can get it into a vial or some other like decanter type of thing and add water in it and use it in a pen that you don't care about and just see what happens. Like, I don't think there's any harm in trying something like that. I'm not going straight into like throwing some water in and then popping it in a Pilot 912, right? That's not happening. But I think it's worth testing and playing around with. The one who is cute. Oh, it's you. Oh, it's you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I thought you were talking about me for a second. Appreciate you. All right, let's do a giveaway, and then I need to wrap it up. Distilled water, not just chat. That's a good call, Procyon. Yeah, Procyon Nobod. Yeah, distilled water. Blogwalda. Good call out there. Good call out there. All right, we're going to have more on the Pen Show stuff because I need to like almost book like the whole year, probably like in January, February. Thank you, the one who is cute. Like this is literally what we do. We talk about pens, except right now we're going to give away a pen. So you came in at the right time. So let's see what we got. Or we're going to give away stationery. Is it a pen? Who knows? It is going to be a pen. Let's do these pens that I just found and a notebook. So these will probably go good with this notebook. See Rock City? Do I need to see Rock City? I lived in Tennessee for a while. I never saw Rock City. I'm actually good with that. All right. We have this Arctique notebook that they sent me. I think, is this the bamboo one or the recycled one? Bipaddocks from Kiwi Agriculture. Recycled paper and fiber from responsibly managed. Sugarcane, yeah. Sugarcane. So, I don't know that I can vouch for the fountain pen friendliness of this, but I think they might be on Goldspot. You can check and see. I love this style of notebook. Like this hardcover with this like spec sheet on the front. A couple of companies have done this in the past. I like this. And then we're going to throw in the 2 pens that I found unopened. So these are brush pens, I think. So this is a Copic brush pen. This might be like $500 on eBay. I don't know. They discontinue stuff all the time. Probably not. And then a Tombow. Which firmness is this? This looks like... It doesn't say. I don't know which firmness this tip is. It just says brush pen, and it's the Fudenosuke, which is this is one of the better brush pens. This is, I think, probably, if it's like this tip, this is like a medium firmness brush. It's not very long, but it's not very small. I use they have bright colors in this one, like pink, orange, lime green. I use this. And then this is a longer brush pen. This is a more of a broader strokes brush pen from Copic, which I never used. And this is not like, neither one of these are like the refillable types. So let's give these away. So I have made the executive decision. I'm not shipping today. I'll be shipping tomorrow. I just realized that. Yeah, I'm about to tell you, cutie. All right. Exclamation point waffle is what you type. Exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter. Anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win. And you must email me your shipping address when you're done. So, yeah, all you do is type exclamation point waffle. That puts you in. Easy peasy. All right. Now that I have the pen shows written down, I can start thinking about Lick Grandpa's Prison Wallet. Thank you for the first time chat. Amazing name. I'm just going to go with it. now that I have these, now that my calendar is laid out, now I can kind of visualize what I want to do a little bit better. You know, you start marking off the things that you have to do. I mean, does it beat Cordal Mombat? I don't know, but I like that you have competition, Cordal. You technically have competition now. Yeah. Now I'm able to actually put some effort into planning, at least through August. After that is you think they win? Fair. Fair. Would you be going to Japan for work, pin show, or leisure? Leisure. 90% leisure, and I guess probably 10% work because I would do some content stuff there. We would mix in like a couple pin shows. Like the friends I'm going with, they know the one thing I have to do is go to Atoya, the big Atoya. Yo, with the Prime sub, lick Grandpa's prison wallet. You just want me to say that out loud again? I'll do it for a Prime sub. Thank you so much, lick Grandpa's prison wallet. Like, that could be something really bad that I just don't know about. But we're just going to go with it because I like saying it. Japan's on our bucket list. Yeah, so I'd be going with friends who've made the trip several times. So they would be like our guides. And is it pretty bad? Okay, fair enough. I'll stop saying it now. I'm not going to Google that afterwards. So is it like, yeah, it's like a Brigitte Bardot thing. Like, who knew? A prison wallet is Dustin. Why do you know that, Dustin? I'm ashamed and not ashamed at the same time. Fair. Could I do waffle multiple times or just once? So you can type it as much as you want. It's only going to enter you once. So if you're not sure you entered, you type waffle again. Yeah, I know a lot of things. That one I didn't know, and I'm good with that information. Yeah, so you can only enter once, and the system won't allow you to enter more than once. So. Cheeseball Brad with the waffle. Follow me for more dirty terms. We're pretty good on our own. That one has escaped me over the years somehow. Yeah, if you're not sure the first one went through, you can always type !waffle again, and the alert bot will tell you. But it'll never put anyone in the giveaway more than once. What were we talking about before I got highly distracted? Yeah, that isn't going to get auto-modded. Some could say too much time on their hands, Rewizzles. Oh, Japan. Yeah, it would be mostly leisure. It'd be my wife and some friends of ours. Hello at the ATL show. Heck yeah. Don't ask me to do stuff like that, though. I just noticed a scheduling conflict for the Atlanta show. Now I'm flummoxed. Anyone busting out the ultrasonic cleaners for New Year's pin cleaning? You know, I wasn't planning on it, Tiber. And I'm planning on doing a pin cleaning. I might do that. Just because I have a shimmer pin, I'd be curious. But it actually cleans. It's TWSBI 580 cleans out pretty well. So I think I'm going to be doing that tomorrow or actually New Year's Day. So again, schedule this week. We're back tomorrow, 10 a.m. We're off Thursday. And then we're podcasting on Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Oh, that's perfect, Bailey's. Doing a house clean? Yeah. Don't they know I just want to watch the stream? Yeah, work's overrated. So yeah, I keep circling back to Japan. It would be mostly leisure, travel, enjoying ourselves and our friends. And then any work will be hitting a few shops like Atoya. But like that's not even like work. I might just like take some pictures and do some content. All right, Rewizzles. Have fun. Just inked a bunch of stuff. We're rolling over a new year with a zillion ink pens. Oh, I'm about to like wipe that. Japan 2026. It's looking more solid than ever. Yeah. I mean, we were with our friends last week and they're like, yeah. So, like I said, until like the first thing gets booked, you never know. But like once we get flights or hotels, then it's on. It's on. So hopefully maybe in the next month or two we do that. What do you say? Like how far out do you need to be looking at flight? Like if you're going late October, is there like a sweet spot for stuff? Hope you get the royal treatment. I'm not even telling anyone we're gonna go. Although I might email Bungu Box, but that'd be about it. 6 months, but it doesn't really matter. It's kind of what I figured. What's the over/under on Brad getting another Silvern in 2026? Under all day long. That is not a pin I need two of. That is not a pin I need two of. I'm good. It's too expensive. Oh, yes, I would email Jacob for sure. Jacob and CY. 100%. Actually, that would be the first. That would be the first call. Once Bruce finds out you get all the hookups, the schedule depends. Now since tips will actually be a couple later, I'm not going to tips. Since tips will only be a couple weeks out, and I don't know what other international shows are going on around that time. There's a good chance they all might be in town, like might be available to meet up. So we'll see. We'll figure all that later. If you're not trying to book some kind of rewards flights, the costs are basically entirely dependent on tourism. So you're saying basically it's just seasonal pricing. And we're going in technically a slightly slower season. This wouldn't be peak season. It's probably not, there is no complete down season, I'm sure, but this wouldn't be peak season when we're going, right? I think I saw Dallas is trying to do 4 days this year. Did I see that too? Yeah, someone said that. I think someone said that. All right, let's do this giveaway. Last call, 30 seconds left. Exclamation point waffle. 2 brush pens. The Arctique sugarcane notebook. And we'll do it. Yeah, Thanksgiving. Yeah, they had to move it this year for construction. So it would have worked out and we would have gone, but I'm actually not disappointed. Peak season is cherry blossoms in spring, then winter for snow areas and summer vacations. Gotcha. All right, let's close it out. All right, did it close? I think. Yep, okay, let's pick a winner. October is lower travel, but you know how it is? Yeah, like, it's only so low, right? Even, it's still desired, so it can only get so low. Dustin to the rescue. All right, pick a winner. Schmevelin! It's Schmevelin's birthday. It's Schmevelin's birthday, right? Isn't it Schmevelin's birthday? By Apple Tater, I appreciate you. Isn't it Schmevelin's birthday? Is that what we were saying? I was looking for some of those Book Buddy stickies that's somewhere on Paper Kitty site, and $100 later, hell yes. Schmevelin, happy birthday. Perfect. Perfect. All right, Schmevelin, you got to pick a breakfast buddy. Does Schmevelin have any breakfast buddies? So if you're new here, every stream I try to do a giveaway as long as we're like here. Sometimes I do a shipping department for stream where I don't have all the bells and whistles to do the giveaways. But if we're here, we're going to do at least one giveaway per stream, if not 2 or more. All right, you said coffee, right? Yeah, coffee. All right. Ooh, we're almost out of Joe, chat. Almost out of Joe. All right, so I'm going to ship tomorrow. I just had that epiphany. So that'll be good. We're going to do... Can we stick you under there? Oh, coffee kind of matches the theme here. do that. We're going to take these on. Perfect birthday. Dub. See, the bot knows, chat. The bot always knows. The bot always knows. All right. Congrats, Schmevelin. All right. What do you want to talk about tomorrow? Anything I need to prep for tomorrow? Should I do the pin cleaning on stream tomorrow? Maybe that's what we do. I'll have to think about it. Unless I get to it this afternoon. We'll see. TBD. Yeah, maybe pin cleaning on stream tomorrow. I don't have too many, but I have a few I need to clean. And I'm keeping some 2025 retrospective. I'm actually going to publish a post tomorrow before stream so we can talk about it then. Yeah, I have several pens that I need to keep inked up for various reasons, but I probably have 4 or 5 to clean. We'll do it on stream. Okay. Let's plan on that. Pen intentions for 2026. That I haven't gotten to yet, but I think it'll be the 2025 retrospective will be pretty telling for what's coming in 2026. New to channel, how often do you have a stream on Twitch? I need to check the official schedule that's posted on Twitch and see if I need to change it. I stream 3 times a week, Tuesday and Wednesday, U.S. Eastern Time, 10 a.m., and then Thursday, 2 p.m. So those 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 a.m., 10 a.m., 2 p.m. How can we get Pentel to remake the pen version of the Graph Gear? I get emails about that every now and about once a year. Someone will reach out to one of my old reviews. I have the Graph Gear ballpoint review. More solo TTRPGs. That's actually probably an intention. So the Graph Gear, I don't know. I don't know why they discontinued it. It doesn't make sense to me because they have all the parts for the pencil. They're not getting rid of the pencil. It's one of the most famous pencils ever made. And I gave away that pen years ago. All right, see you, Baileys. Hey, Jackie, are those glasses green? I mean, they have been for like the last 2 or 3 years, yes. Same glasses I always wear. It's funny how sometimes they show up green. What did I miss? Everything. Gonna do Be Like a Crow maybe tomorrow? Nice. Are we ever writing a thing? It's funny. It's like, I don't want to say no, but I keep never getting to it. So I'm terrible. I know. Fell prey to a Pentel ad and have 3 pencils coming from them. I mean, you can't go wrong. Unless you choose that one that JetPens recommend. Then you can go wrong. Whatever that crap one on JetPens is wrong. So, you too, Sir Jerkface. Hope you're doing well. And thank y'all for hanging out. Oh, I haven't even been on Twitch today. Is anyone streaming? I haven't even looked. Olive Octopus was streaming earlier. Oh, I did see that one, Derek. The black editions. Those actually look pretty sick. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right. I'm not sure what kind of knitting we have over here by illegal. Fishy business. All right, maybe we'll go see what they're up to. That looks chill. Well, I haven't been looking at, you know what I meant. All right, Seaglyph. It'll match your Black Harbor Freight. I didn't even see the Black Harbor Freight one. All right, here's the Toby sweater. Look at that. The guy needs a haircut. Can we see his chest hairs, please? That's my favorite thing about this sweater. It's very chesty. Poor guy. I don't think he's a big fan of the sweater. Yeah. All right, let's go hang with Illegal EXE. There are knitting, and it looks like there's bats or something, and it looks kind of sick. And they have a cool desk. Yeah, Toby's got a tight fit on today. Tell me about the wood box you have sitting with you. It holds 100 fountain pens. If you're here tomorrow, we can look at it. Yeah. So that is the Pen Addict 100 of fountain pens. That's a lot of content there. So we'll stop by sometime and we'll go through it. Probably tomorrow. All right. Y'all be good. See y'all tomorrow.